City officials are considering the city's possible involvement with the Panama City Mall property. Instead of bringing back retail, leaders are eyeing it as a potential site for a performing arts and event center. As News 13's Maggie Mukwigan tells us, the project could boost tourism and serve the local community.
The Panama City Mall was mostly destroyed by Hurricane Michael, and it's unlikely to be rebuilt anytime soon. Many have suggested a civic center or amphitheater on the site before. Panama City leaders are taking another look at the possibility, but there's one major catch.
It is not our property. It's not the city's property, it's not the county's property, this is private property. And it's actually owned by multiple owners, meaning different parcels are actually owned by 5 different owners. And so it makes it a little bit more challenging when you're having a conversation on what should this be.
Some locals say they'd rather see the mall rebuilt as, well, another indoor mall. But the current owners who specialize in malls nationwide have no plans to rebuild it. And officials say it's simply not a smart investment.
The city could decide to put a whole bunch of your tax dollars into the mall to make that model work. But I don't think Panama City citizens really want to see their tax dollars be put into businesses that don't actually work here anymore.
Instead, Destination Panama City is funding a $15,000 feasibility study for a new performing arts and event center on a portion of the property. Panama City Commissioner Brian Granger pitched the idea, saying it fulfills many residents' desires for a civic center, but offers even more, 2 separate buildings that are attached.
Generally, performing arts centers are great things for communities, but they're not necessarily great for events, right? You can't necessarily host an indoor boat show in a performing arts center. So the idea here is we can have both. We can do both.
The idea is in its infancy.
The next step would be an economic study, like a deep economic study. How many jobs do we think this actually generate? How much money would it bring? How many tourists do we think we would bring in?
If the results of this study and the potential economic study are favorable, officials would begin negotiating with the owners. They say they'll start by having the conversation with just one who owns the majority of the area. In Bay County, Maggie Mukwigan, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
The feasibility study should take about a year. If results are not favorable, officials say they may consider other sites or ideas.